What's good, superstars? Back with another OMI video. You got Superstar Joe and you got the Superstar fam in the building. How's it going, fam? Lots to talk about here. Lots to talk about. But if you are new here, do not forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so you know whenever we go live to talk about some breaking news. Even if you're old here, because some people are old, some people are new here. Some people subscribe, some people unsubscribe. Subscribe, hit the bell so you know whenever we're talking about some fun stuff like this. You can also become a superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Hit the join button under the video. A week away from more giveaways at the end of every single month. We're doing giveaways. You can get one of these stars next to your name. If you're a VIP member, you can flex on them. If you hit the super duper rare, Rob and I are planning something special for those super duper rare supporters. Been with us for 2 full years, and we definitely do not take that for granted. So thank you so much to all of those who continue to support us. Follow us on X, follow us on Instagram, join the Discord. In Discord, we've been talking about the OMI to NFT talk already early. And now we're here to talk about it live with you guys, get some of your input, go through the article together. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm not missing something. Maybe you guys see something a little bit different. This is why it's great to have like a gathering like this where we can talk about it together and have like a communal discussion. But yeah, in the Discord, after the video, you want to talk more about it. You want to talk to other people who are enjoying the same type of thing as you. Discord link is in the description. Make sure that you're in there. We got people being creative in the chat here. I got Adro first in mind. Pasternak. I know you guys are battling for the first. I got Adro this time, but Pasternak is renowned for his firsts. We got Uncle Brett. He knows he's third, the nerd, and the fourth is with me today. So may the fourth be with you. Again, we're gonna share this screen right here. Also, by the way, you guys can put hashtag blame Rob in the chat because he's not here to talk about this huge news. I mean, how can you not be here on the day that they discuss OMI to NFT? He's got some other commitments that were pre-planned, but now it's okay. You guys got me and we got you, and we're going to figure it out. You guys are going to be on the receiving end of the punches. OMI to NFT. Look at this. It's been updated. Where did you get that picture, Joe? Don't worry about it, but maybe you guys will find it at some point. But the OMI to NFT, the circles, we've been waiting on the circles for years. It seems like for years. And this one is almost fully completed. Almost. We're going to get into that. Why is it almost? Why is it not fully completed? There's a big 4-letter word putting you from here to here. And we know we're very familiar with it when it comes to the VVverse, but now it's going to be something that's coming to the OMI to NFT. All right. So I guess without further ado, let me catch up here on the chat, and then we're going to get into the article. So we got Audi. How is it going? Today I reached 750 collectibles and 230 completed sets. Whoa, 230 sets. Like, that is impressive with 750 collectibles. So you have been a set hunter, it seems. It's not too easy. I guess there's been a little bit more individual sets on VV over the last year or so, but that's very huge accomplishment. I don't know if you have an end goal. What is the goal? Where would you like to be at with your collection? Yes, you made the live, Alex. I know the time is probably not your favorite, but this is the time that we got today, and we are making sure that we cover this topic because it is big news. 2007 comics. How do you scroll through them all? How do you find what you're looking for? That's incredible. Congratulations. I agree. I just finished the full Golden Moments. Wow. All right. So Partners, was that the last one you were waiting on, or were you waiting on something else? Rewind, longtime superstar as well. Good evening. How are you? Everybody in the house. Okay, so let's get into it. This is massive news. We're going to go through the article together. If you haven't read it, we're going to give my opinions. You guys are going to give your opinions in the chat if you want. You can talk about each one. I like how they kind of systematically laid it out with different talking points pretty much. So like that. I was like, they made the video for me. I can just go through this article. So Stacker Marketplace collaboration announced. VV users to buy and sell collectibles with OMI token. Highly anticipated OMI to NFT. Looks like it is just around the corner, coming soon, almost here. We're going to see exactly what that means. So let's get into this. 8 hours ago, they posted this. They blew the doors off of the VV fam who've been waiting for this for years. We said off the top for years. And now it looks like we got a little bit more details on the OMI to NFT. We always knew, first of all, OMI to NFT existed at one point in time, in the early days, before my time, before a lot of your times, but it did exist. And we had Puddin on the channel, Puddin Cheeks, and he was talking about how it was the Wild West back in the day when you had to track the OMI market, because OMI is a fluctuating token price, right? Like the price changes. So you had to know, like, I'm selling it for this. Tomorrow it might be I might be selling it for 50%. I might be selling it for 200. Like, we don't know what the price is. So like, first of all, you got that different layer when you're selling in OMI. And then you had the regular market where it was a more stable system. So you had to kind of, I don't know, arbitrage it, right? So that's something that comes when you have a separate marketplace with OMI. We are excited to announce our collaboration with Stacker, an emerging blockchain Web3 focused business that is launching a digital collectibles marketplace. So we didn't know that Stacker was a marketplace. We knew it was a data collective place where it had all this kind of great information to help you understand the markets a little bit better, a little bit more detailed, a little bit more organized than maybe you can get directly from Vivi. I'm not sure if Vivi is even allowed to post some of the things that Stacker posts because of their affiliation with some of the brands and whatever, but Stacker gives you a little bit more of a detailed place. We know that there's been other places like Ecomi Wiki who had done similar things early on in the early days. And there's been other ones that have been planned to come out here, but looks like Vivi has gone with Stacker for their third-party marketplace. And I don't think anybody saw this coming. Maybe only very people close to the inner circle. That, see what I did there? The inner circle with the OMI. The OMI is a circle. I think that might be a tight-knit group that knew about this. There's been content on it. There's been spaces. There's been live streams, and you can tell by watching and listening that people were in the know. Like, there was people in the know, and there's no hiding it. I mean, I think a lot of people know that there was people in the know. So to what effect in the know and how they were acting on that, that's going to be something that people are going to have to do all their sleuthing and all that stuff. But to me, I don't really care. I just want to talk about the facts and what they are doing here to deliver this OMI to NFT. We're excited to announce our collaboration with Stacker, an emerging blockchain Web3. I read that already. For the first time, Vivi users will be able to buy and sell Vivi digital collectibles using the OMI token. I don't think it was the first time. I'm pretty sure that this existed before, but maybe like a majority of the users will be able to use the OMI token. Put in cheeks, correct me if I'm wrong. I think that you have. He's an OG. He's the grandpa of the OMI token. Okay, so he would be able to tell us. But I'm pretty sure on a AMA with him, he's mentioned that was existing way back in the day. That's one of those stories. You sit on the lap and they tell you those stories. Puddin' Cheeks tells those stories all the time. Over the coming weeks, we will be launching a closed beta to gather feedback and ensure proper functionality of the marketplace. We intend to invite additional users in for beta testing on an ongoing basis, and we'll provide updates accordingly. So, two things here. I said that there's a 4-letter word bringing you from here to here, and that word is beta. So there's two ways to look at this, all right? Number one, we can look at it like Stacker. When Stacker came out, they had beta. They allowed in a small group of users. I think it was like 1,000 users. And then they let in a little bit more, and they let a little bit more. And then basically everybody was in on Stacker. So they kind of did it was pretty quick, I would say, overall, that most people got access. Then you could look at the Viviverse, and we can see how that beta went. And the beta came out, and they had a little bit of people, and then they added a little bit of people. And pretty much it feels like a very exclusive club still for the Viviverse, and it's been, I feel like, a year at least when the Viviverse first came out on beta. I mean, so you got that type of a beta. So is that what we're going to be seeing here? What is the expectation of everybody here? Like, what do you guys think is going to happen? I mean, given the previous track record, you would expect if it's Vivi driven, it's going to be something a little slower. If it's something that's Stacker driven, maybe there's a little bit more speed to it. Maybe Dr. Profit, who's behind the Stacker app, has a little bit more push and can get things delivered under his system a little bit faster. So we're going to see what happens, how it plays out. I'm hoping, and I think that it needs more people. Obviously, the beta testing is huge and make sure that things work. But if you want a sustainable and workable and marketplace with filled with collectibles, obviously you need to have more people using it, right? To be able to list their things and do all of that. So we're going to get into that, what I think about how that secondary marketplace is going to affect the primary marketplace. I have a lot of thoughts on this, but we're going to go through here. So they're going to do a beta. Keep an eye out on socials for more details on the Stacker marketplace and the onboarding instructions. And then they say thank you to everybody for their patience, as this is a core pillar for the OMI utility that has been envisioned and developed. So we know that OMI to NFT has been a sticking point, and I'm not sure that they had it figured out so soon. I mean, Stacker is not that old of an application. It's I don't even think it's a year old yet. So I think this is something that maybe Stacker helped push past the finish line. I think maybe OMI, they were trying to figure it out. How can we do this without having it in-house? So we kind of separate ourselves from the token a little bit more. Like we know that Vivi and Ecomi are acting in the way that they've communicated as two separate companies. And I know that there's regulations between utilities and tokens and all of that stuff. So I know that they had to navigate that landscape that's not even fully well defined yet. And they had to do that with the OMI token and with, now it looks like, a third-party marketplace that didn't exist quite so long ago. So initially, when they thought about doing OMI to NFT, I'm sure they had a different vision than they did once Stacker came out and once they had those meetings and discussions with Dr. Profit. Another thing that is new that wasn't in existence more than 6 months ago was this Base Layer 2 being the network. I mean, Base just picked up some steam over the last 6 months here, right? How do I use my OMI in the Stacker marketplace? So this is a great breakdown for frequently asked questions, which I find pretty funny because you can't ask questions if you didn't know it existed. So how can it be frequently asked? But now they probably would have been the questions that were frequently asked. So I still like the breakdown. I think it's great. It's great for video making and all of that. And we can go topic by topic and we can talk about them. So how do I use my OMI in the Stacker marketplace? This will be through non-custodial wallets on the Base Layer 2 network. More information to follow on how to set up and use free self-custody wallet during Stacker onboarding, as well as how to deposit OMI into the wallet. So your OMI is going to be self-custodial. I'm assuming that there's going to be a way that Stacker, because they do have that access to all that information of what's on Vivi, is able to represent your NFT on their marketplace, and then you can go and buy it. I don't believe you're going to be able to transfer it or send it out or do anything like that. But again, that's just me making an assumption here. It sounds like it's going to be from Walled Garden 1 to Walled Garden 2, using whatever your login information is and all of that, simplifying it for people who maybe aren't crypto savvy, and at the same time might still have cries for self-custody from people who want self-custody of their NFTs. But it does look like the OMI is always going to be self-custody in this case, that is in the Stacker platform. And if anybody's here and wants to chime in who knows more than I do, feel free. Well, what happens to the Vivi digital collectibles being traded on Stacker? The Vivi digital collectibles will remain held in Vivi user wallets on IMX, and your Vivi account will be updated to reflect any collectibles you buy or sell on Stacker. So this great example of this is Vivi Comics. If you go to buy a comic on Vivi Comics, it appears in your Vivi wallet. So they've figured out this system already where you can buy something on a different website and it is unlocked on your Vivi website. So seems like very similar mechanic, and I feel like it is going to be something very similar to that. So your account is linked. Which Vivi digital collectibles will be eligible for trading on Stacker? Spicy meatball right there. A lot of people wondering, is Disney going to be holding out? Are Disney going to allow you to have trading on Stacker? The availability of Vivi digital collectibles for Stacker is dependent on licensor and other requirements. Information will follow on digital collectibles available for the initial phase. So it's a beta when it comes to the users, but it's also a beta when it comes to the collectibles, it appears. You got to think that the independent artists are going to be all for this. More exposure, more excitement. People are going to want to buy and sell in OMI that have OMI. So why wouldn't you want your collectibles to be available for that? When it comes to the bigger licenses, they want to maybe they want like a prove it to me. Show me that this works. Show me that this is safe. Show me that it's secure. And they maybe want to do a little bit more homework on it. So understandable from that regard. It's going to be curious to see how they label it, like on the Vivi app, if it's going to have a different tag saying like available for trading on Stacker. Is there going to be a link from the Vivi web app where you click it and it brings you to Stacker to transact in OMI? A little bit disappointing for some people that you cannot transact with the OMI directly on the Vivi app. It's another website you got to go to. We already have Vivi Comics. You have the Web 1. You have the Web 2. And now you're going to have the Stacker website as well. So you got the mobile app, a bunch of different places. So someone coming into the app that's brand new, a little bit to learn. Like, I mean, I feel like you turn on the Vivi app, you should have the first page should just be like, how to do anything, how to do this, how to do that. Like it should be like a how-to page, because we know that the people here are well-versed. It's been a long time learning how to do everything here. So, I mean, for somebody new, it could be a little bit overwhelming. And I think that goes for most projects in the space. It's not the simplest way to go. And I think that's part of the reason why we haven't seen that mass adoption. Vivi's done a good job simplifying from the store. And a lot of other companies have done a good job simplifying initial sales. Like you can buy a sale with your credit card directly. It's everything else after that that is becoming more and more complicated. You got MCP points now. You've got all these different intricacies that somebody new coming into this might be extremely overwhelmed. But again, if we get that utility of the promised Viviverse, might not matter. People just want to be able to do something, learn how to do something. They'll do what it takes to do something, right? And some people will also do what it takes to flip to make money. We've seen that when it comes to sneaker drops and they change different mechanics on how to land those types of things. People know they can flip them for more money after. So there's different ways to get people to be attracted to a product. And we're going to see how OMI to NFT changes the way people see Vivi. And it's going to be cool to watch. It's going to be cool to watch. It's going to be an entirely different dynamic having a separate marketplace on Vivi. We never had that, like in our time, at least. And I think when it was OMI to NFT, I think it was all within the same ecosystem initially. Does this change how Vivi store sales work, i.e. sale drops by Vivi to users in the Vivi app? No, you can continue to purchase from the Vivi store as you currently do using gems on Vivi. The Stacker marketplace is for peer-to-peer, user-to-user trading of OMI for Vivi digital collectibles. So very clear there. You're on Stacker. It's only for OMI to Vivi digital collectibles. There's no gems at all off of the app. So I'm wondering, and I remember seeing a post in the terms or in the glossary or something about double listing. So I guess because you're not actually exporting your collectible from your wallet on Vivi into Stacker, that's how it sounds like. It's just like a representation. Does that mean that technically you could list it on in gems and in OMI? And then whatever one sells first, it just cancels the other listing. In which case you're going to have a ton of arbitrage because a lot of people are going to be like, how are you going to figure out what is worth more? Like you're going to have those sleuths. Those guys are going to be like doing their calculations like 0004 divided by 7 is this many gems. And then you're going to have people like making websites on having efficiencies. They're going to be selling access to Discords that say like, these are the collectibles that are worth it. These are the ones that you should buy in OMI. These are the ones you should buy. I mean, I feel like that is something that if sales pick up, if you start to get new users, that could be something that people start to do here. So let's go back to the chat for a bit, and then we're going to come back in here. Uncle Brett, you're third, I think. I'm waiting on partners and the hat. I need to reposition my collection to achieve the golden moment set. I mean, you got a lot of sets there. I feel like you're going to do it. Like, you're going to get there, Audi. When Viviverse, that is the other beta. Did someone say burn? We're not there yet. Don't get ahead of the horse, the cart ahead of the horse. Very happy with the news. Hashtag pumped. Speak for yourself. I knew it was a marketplace for months. Are you in the inner circle? OMI to Gems existed. That's what it was. OMI to Gems. They were busy. They were getting it done. Hopefully we get ODB back in the. He's in there. He's in there. He's just busy. He's a busy guy. That guy. He does a lot of things. He's a dad. He does renovations. He's doing all kinds. He is just completely an amazing human. The web app just got an update. Yeah, they went from the web 1 to web 2. I think. I'm not sure if it's final. Is it completely final where you can go from now it's all on the web 2? Back in Discord, haven't logged in for a while. Yeah, there you go. Guri, how are you doing, Guri? Nice to see you in the chat. BB broke my heart from $35K down to $400 portfolio. That is a heartbreaking statement to hear. Man, I feel for you, man. I feel for you. I don't know, what is the plan? What is the plan from here, Este? What happened to the whales? I believe that there are some whales still here. We got one right in the chat here. Smarty Pants, how you doing? It's been a while. Wes, long time commenter, subscriber, superstar. OMI to NFT 2025. Maybe by the time we get the full rollout, we only got about 6 months left here, 5 months. So we'll see what happens. Ken wants me to cover some quid. I think we're gonna wait on the quid coverage for now. Hola, Richard, how are you doing? And we got Pink Panther. That's how we started this. OMI to Gems. Yes, that's what I thought. So, okay, back to the article. So where do we start here? Yeah. Are there fees associated with using the marketplace? So this is where it gets spicy, right? Transactions on the marketplace include a licensor and marketplace fee payable by the seller. So something that we're all used to already. You want to sell a collectible, you're probably forking out a 2.5% fee to Vivi and then a 6% fee to the licensor, depending on who the licensor is. I'm assuming that the marketplace fees will be the same as they are in the gem market, but I don't know. We don't have that detail yet. Along with a buyer's fee payable in OMI, which will be permanently removed from circulation. So if you're buying with OMI, you're burning OMI. For the second time in history, after the Gold Dragons initiated a program to burn OMI when they did their giveaway, we're going to have OMI burns from VV Collectibles. So this is something that is huge. This is massive because to this day, we haven't had a steady OMI burn format. So once this is implemented, any marketplace transactions in OMI are going to completely burn OMI from circulation. So it's not just being sent to the VV wallet or out of circulation wallet. It's burnt. So that shrinks the supply, right? So if traction picks up, lots of transactions are happening, you're starting to burn OMI, right? So that's good. We don't know the percentage yet, what it's going to be. I think there used to be percentages on their old charts, and then there was fee percentages based off how much you were staking, and there's a whole thing. But until we get the official numbers, I think we got to just stand back and wait to see what the numbers are here. I think the one sticking point on this is that you're going to be paying to buy when it comes to OMI. So does that mean that sellers on the OMI marketplace, if you're going to want to do this arbitrage properly, if you're selling an OMI, are you going to have to sell for less to accommodate for that buy fee? Because then that person could just technically go buy it in gems, right? On the VV market. Now, the cool thing is that you're going to get burnt OMI. The other thing that I thought about when this happens is since you do have the two marketplaces, which marketplace is going to be more popular? Because you're buying in gems, maybe a little bit more stable. Maybe people will be, and it's on the VV app, maybe people will want to stick on the VV app. If you're sticking on the VV app, it's a little bit, like I said, all in one place, not as difficult for people to learn. But on the other hand, if the OMI is being burnt, if people have a lot of OMI and that's their primary use for making transactions, maybe they'll pay a little bit more for this buyer fee just to be able to use their OMI because they don't want to load any more fiat. They already have OMI in their wallet. Now where it gets spicy is, and I don't know, like this is the thing, we don't understand this because can you double dip? Can you list on both marketplaces? Because if you can only list on one market, then technically you're taking things away from that fiat marketplace with the gems. I feel like they're going to let you list on both markets just because they have that one comment about double dipping. I don't know. What do you guys think? How do you see that playing out? If it's one or the other, how does that affect the market? Because some collectibles have like very limited listings already right now, because there's that 30-day delisting. So people delist, they forget, they don't list again. And then some things got like 5 listed, but people aren't looking at those collectibles. So it doesn't matter what the prices are, to be honest, because nobody's looking over there. I feel like they're going to let you list on both. That's my gut. That's my gut. Can I still use gems in the VV secondary market? The VV secondary market will continue to operate as it currently does. Figured that much. Can I use my OMI in VV IMX wallet on the Stacker marketplace? No. Stacker will facilitate automatic bridging of your IMX OMI to your personal wallet on the base network. More details follow. So that is huge. I mean, that's simplifying something because bridging is not easy. I mean, there's like articles on how to bridge your OMI from layer 1 to layer 2 and go back from layer 2 to layer 1. People are making mistakes like crazy. I know that there's been issues where people send it to the wrong place and all this stuff. And if it is automatic, where you have OMI on your VV wallet already, and then Stacker is able to, you click a button and it just brings it over, that is ideal because people have it there. And I think that same OMI is applicable for the staking program that they do. So yeah, that's the next one here. Will I keep my seasonal OMI reward balance if I move my OMI from IMX to base? Yes, the OMI rewards will account for OMI balance averages in your VV IMX wallet as well as your Stacker connected self-custody user wallet on base. So That's the article. That's what we've got for now. We'll go back to the comments, but then we're going to talk about it a little bit more detail. So we left off over here. Carl, how are you doing? Boba Fett. We got Boba Fett in the chat. Guys, this is huge. I should just rename the chat right now. Boba Fett is on Superstar Money. How's it going, Boba Fett? I think this new feature really does not help those who are not in OMI. Good for the OMI fans. Congratulations, Vivi. It depends on how it rolls out. If you're still able to list it in the regular market, are people going to want to pay extra to buy something in OMI? Like you're technically paying an extra fee that you don't have to pay if you're buying in gems. So we've learned people don't like being the one in OMI. We did a giveaway for the Gold Dragons where one of the options was burn OMI, get tickets, get more entries into the giveaway, which was a 7-night stay in Disney World. And people didn't want to use that option to enter. They wanted to use something they already held. Like people like that type of utility. So is somebody going to come out and pay money or pay more money to buy something when they can buy it on the regular market if it's able to be listed in both markets? That's, I think, very important. If it's only listable in one market, then you might have no choice but to pay that buyer fee if you really want that mint number, if you really want that collectible at that price, because maybe the cheaper option is on the OMI. I really feel like it's going to be able to be listed on both. I got to show you guys that. I got to find that thing. My good friend Thomas posted it. Let me find that. I just saw it earlier. Okay, can I share this? Let's share this. Let me show you guys. Oh, you can't see that at all. It won't even let me zoom in. Anyway, it says double spend means listing and selling a collectible on the VV market and subsequently listing and selling the same collectible on the third-party marketplace or vice versa. So what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? Who knows what that means? Is it live or just a preview? This is live. This is live. Carl, what's going on? They avoided the real answer. Will Stacker charge a fee? Like that's another thing. How does Stacker make money here? How does Stacker make money here? I don't know. Are they making money? Are they going to have ads? Maybe. How do they not charge a fee? Why would they exist as a company? They will charge a fee. Oh, this is becoming, is Stacker going to charge a fee? I didn't even see this coming. I don't know. I don't know if Stacker's going to charge a fee. I feel like they would have said it here. How do I use my OMI on the marketplace? Like, they got to be getting some kind of kickback somewhere. Maybe they take a piece of that 2.5 that goes to Vivi because they facilitated. I don't know. Will be two different market. I don't know, man. It's going to be two different marketplaces, but I think you could list on both. Like, you're not actually taking the NFT out of your Vivi wallet from how this reads. It's still there. Then you're just like selling a representation of it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. The floors of each collectible will be different if being sold in two different markets. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So like, because one is always constantly moving, right? Like the OMI price is going to fluctuate. The dollar is not, the gem to dollar is the same. To avoid double dip, they have to tag their collectibles as listed. Both markets have real-time access to the collectible database. So a collectible is listed, it will be shown as such on both. I think you're going to be able to list that on both markets. I'm sticking with that. Maybe this is a way for them to legally call it a utility token. Yeah, I mean, especially you're not directly, if it's not on the Stacker, like you're not taking your NFT into Stacker and then selling it, you're not technically buying the collectible directly. I don't know. I'm sure that they've got their T's and I's dotted and T's crossed on this. Is there a bidding? Who knows? I think when you get into crypto, right, that would be cool. Bidding would be cool. I would like to like be able to offer people something if they have that, like, you know what I mean? All of them listed somewhere. You go to a page, you click that collectible. It's like, these are all the mints. They're not listed, but you can offer that person. They get a notification. Like, how much more? Like, why wouldn't you do that? If you're VV, why wouldn't you do that? You're going to incentivize more trading, more transactions in the secondary market, and then you're going to make more fees. To me, that's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer to have like offers. Now nobody can sit now nobody can now nobody can sue nobody because legally it has utility if you could buy collectibles with it. There it is, sue. I personally will be buying up a storm of collectibles. Holy Moses. Carl is an Omi whale, I'm assuming. So selling on Stacker equals 2.5%. VV fee, 6%. Disney fee plus Stacker fee. No, I don't think that the Stacker fee is going to be like that. I think it's the 2.5, unless they don't want to say it now and they're going to come out with it later. If there's another fee there, then it's even worse because there's already the buyer fee, right? And I think the reason they did it on the buyer fee was because you want it, you got to use you want to use Omi, you got to spend the extra to utilize the token. Now, I don't even know how that works because you're spending money to use the token. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes it's just on the Omi to NFT site. I'm here because of Superstar Nation. My star boy is a sensation. Guys, if you don't know Froa Komi, he is the poet of the VV fam. I haven't seen a poem in a while until right now. I'm here because of Superstar Nation. My star boy is a sensation. So he's just going 100%. He's going 100%. Omi is going to zero, just like Este has a very bad experience right now. Okay, I saw the numbers. This is something that they hope will not allow that to happen, giving some kind of utility to people who hold Omi until we see the full details on how it's going to be rolled out, how long it takes to get rolled out. It's really important. It does. I thought I read there was a few. Now I'm forgetting. What you're talking about. A fee. There we go. Bro, your fingers today. They might be listed in a dollar amount, but the Omi value is changing live instead of listing for a specific Omi amount. So you think it's listed on both, and then people decide if they want to buy with gems, it's obviously going to stay the same. And then if you want to buy with Omi, that number changes live. I don't know. You think it's going to be? You think it's going to be fluctuating? You think it's going to fluctuate? That'd be cool to see. Like the stock market, the numbers just changing as you click. You got to put a limit order in. Limit order with Omi. Who is the most toxic Omi YouTuber? There's not many Omi YouTubers, to be honest with you. Like, I know Foster was a big Omi YouTuber. Randy obviously is an Omi YouTuber. I think most of them are pretty bullish on Omi, people who cover Omi directly. Also hope the rollout or beta testers happens quick and won't take forever. That's what I say. I mean, we know Stacker rolled out their app, beta testers, everything all in pretty quickly. So I hope that it's similar to that timeline because they're running the show on that. But again, VV has all the licensors and everybody to keep happy. Obviously, they're going to provide a short list, it seems like, at the beginning, what's available in Omi. I just want to see how they represent it. Like, is it even going to be represented at all on, like, to say that it's listed in the Omi market on the VV app? Are you going to be able to know that collectible is listed on both? Like Guri was saying, I'm curious to see. Can we get a live look at the new marketplace? Well, we don't have. Oh, that marketplace is not the secondary marketplace is not out yet. That does not exist yet. This is just an article. So that's another thing. Like, we've gotten articles when it comes to OUP before. I really hope this one sticks. I think it will stick. We've seen updates on this for like a couple months. Obviously, updating the terms and conditions about third party. We've seen some of these terms being updated, the double dip one, like we mentioned. So I feel like this is what everything's been leading towards. They've been building towards this. I think they probably have a feasible product already. I've heard on Spaces and in live streams that people have tested it. People have seen it happening. So it sounds like the product is there already existing. And there's already like an alpha testing group. This is obviously would be a beta test now. That people are in the community will be getting access. How you get that access, I don't know what you have to do, who you have to talk to. But yeah, it is both. Okay, depending on the season. All right, it's actually that's not its permanent place. We're moving stuff around here. You're going to see a little bit of a different background. Over here is a bunch of boxes, changing up the whole thing. So very cool. You bought my Avengers Tower. Okay, I have to list another one. Thank you. But you're the one who made me buy it in the first place, Furukomi. Is that a pair of, what are you talking about? You know, that is corks. So there's a little hole there, and there's all corks from like all special occasions in there. Is that what you're talking about? There's corks in there. By the way, LK, Omi the Clown, Komi Wiki, great person. Omi Daily Burn, you might be right. It might be on both markets. I think so. I think it's going on both. Rob, blame Rob in the comments. You guys are pushing that line, eh? You're pushing that line of allowability, you know? Dr. P recovering funds by Stacker, or will he still buy partner statues? I haven't been keeping tabs on Dr. P's what do you call it? Wallet, to be honest with you. I don't really do that, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Speaking of that, speaking of people keeping tabs on wallets, I want to pull this up. This is interesting. We got Omi Watcher. Someone sent us this before the stream. Omi Watcher saying, a day before the announcement, there was a massive volume spike due to insider trading. I mean, a little bit of an accusation there. We have not analyzed the wallets involved yet. However, it is highly suspicious, as you can see below. Also, don't know how official this is, but if you can't read the numbers, like down here, you're like $200,000, $300,000 in OMI volume. Don't know if this is accurate. Have not been tracking the volumes. And this bar says 6.8 million, and then we're back down to 800,000 the next day. So this is yesterday's bar. Take that for what you will. Do your own analytics, sleuthing, whatever you want to call it. But I have no judgment on that. I don't know the details. Omi Daily Burn, he's laughing up a storm. That's what I was saying. Is it live or not? Oh, that's not live yet. That's not live. VV Fans is loving it. He's loving it. Guys, I think that I got most of what I wanted to get off my chest. We can talk about upcoming drops. Hold on. I think there's a new one I didn't talk about yet, the Sentinel. Where did they go? Collectibles. I don't even know how to use this website. This is what I mean. There's lots to learn when you're not in it every single day looking at them, but these are the Sentinels. There is a common variant, and then there's a secret rare variant. They're doing this thing now, obviously, where they have multiple variants again, which is something that they used to do back in the day, was not well received. Now they're doing it with animation. So you're going to have 3 different animated Wolverines, 2 different animated Sentinels. Sentinel, cool thing is that it is only 15 gems. So if you're into X-Men and you like that stuff, that is something that is available. How do I check the drops, like the article for the Sentinel? Is that not this way? Like, am I going crazy? I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to do that quickly, but couldn't figure that out. July 14th, there was 2.6 billion OMI volume with a spike. See, these are the guys you got to talk. These are the guys who know all the wallets and they know everything. They're just on top of it nonstop. We got Kid Arcade. Definitely check him out on YouTube. He's putting in work like crazy. Weekends, during the week, doing giveaways. Great community man. Wolverine looking like he had a banging takeout the night before. LK is also a art critic because he is a great artist himself. Maybe Dr. P registered his stacker in tax-heavy crypto-friendly country. So does David allowed it to happen? Licensors control nothing or minimal. We're going to see. We're going to see how it all plays out because we don't know all of the details yet. So like this is something that is a huge announcement. They're talking about what they plan to do. Again, now it's up to them to show us that what they plan is actually going to happen, because we've been here. We've been here before. We've had the excitement. We've had the utility announced. We've had all the details announced before and then never seen it come to fruition. The beta testing, I really hope is not years. It's not a year. It's not VVverse timing, because you're just going to lose the interest. The people are sick and tired of waiting. And I think they deserve better. They deserve better. So hopefully all those people waiting for the OMI to NFT will get that in the near term. I don't know if it's going to be based off how much OMI you hold to be able to test, beta test, or whatever you want to call it. And I told you, sounds like people have already beta tested it and known about it before the announcement. So it's something that sounds like already does exist. So hopefully it's all working already and it's all good. But there's going to be hiccups. So like any new product that any of these companies unroll, there's always something that happens that maybe they pause it for a little bit, maybe they figure it out. But it's good to know that there's a product out there already. Guys, I have no voice left. Hashtag blame Rob. If you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so you know when we do one of these spontaneous live streams. Again, thank you guys for coming to hang out. If you want, you can become a VIP member, $2.99 a month. Hit the join button down below. It might be cheaper than the buyer fee on the OMI to NFT market. We'll see you in the next one. I love you. Bye.